It's alright, Shelby. I know these people.
Dr. Jin?
They won't hurt us.
Nick, it's good to see you again. Bobby, too.
Hey, it's Jimmy.
Dr. Jin, what are you doing out here? This isn't safe. You should go back inside.
No, it's okay, Shelby. I know these people. You can trust them.
I thought you said you didn't have any doctors here. Jin, where
Look,
have you
I'm just
been?
trying to keep him safe.
Oh, it's been crazy, Nick. Ever since the prison raid. Look, there's a lot to talk about. We should probably talk about this some other time.
Well, I'm just glad that you're alive, to be honest. I didn't have much hope after Red's men took over Husky's prison. I thought for sure either... Well, I won't get into what I thought, because it doesn't matter. You're here, and you're safe. And that's good, because, well, we've been looking for you.
That's great, Nick. I've been hoping to hear from you as well. Shelby, put that weapon away. We don't need that around. These are our guests.
I'm sorry, but we don't know anything about these guys. I don't know if we can trust them. It's not really that safe.
Hey!
I understand your concerns, Shelby, but I know Nick and I know Bobby, and I know I wouldn't be alive if it weren't for them. So, please, trust me on this. They're good people.
Only if you're sure about it.
Dr. Jin, I don't mean to impose, but is there somewhere we can talk, and maybe in private? There's a lot that's happened since you've left, and, well, there's some very important things that you need to know.
You're right. We have a lot of catching up to do. Here, follow me to my lab.
Okay, come on, Bobby.
See, I told you we weren't stealing nothing.
You know, I have to admit, I am a bit surprised, in the best way possible, that you're still alive.
Well, Jin, to be honest, I could say the same about you, and after Red's men took over the prison, I just assumed you were either captured or you were already dead. What happened? How did you escape?
Well, you see, the prison actually has a system of maintenance tunnels that runs around the entire interior, and the entire layout of the prison is all connected into one giant network, and I was able to get in there, and the tunnels also lead to the outside. Thankfully, they didn't search the tunnels, so I don't think they know about them.
You know, we used those same tunnels to escape, but it took us a while. We had to wait for AK to rescue us, and, well, I guess we must have just missed you, but we searched everywhere, and we just couldn't find you, and we just, I guess...
Well, when Red captured everyone, I thought he basically put everyone to... Well, I don't want to talk about the things he did, but I just made assumptions about the situation of everyone there, and I told myself that I was going to go ahead and make a cure so that things like that would never happen again, to avenge you guys in this sort of way.
Well, I guess that makes sense, and how did you come across this group? Why here, and why this building? I mean, it seems awfully fortified. It doesn't really have much in it, though.
Oh, let me show you my lab back here.
Oh, wow.
It's not
Wow.
much. I put together what I could with the equipment that I was able to find, but most
What
of
is
this
this?
equipment is inadequate for proper research.
What is this thingy? Can I touch it?
Oh, don't touch that, please. That distills different solutions.
Well,
That sounds like all sciencey and stuff. I don't understand the word you're saying.
this is incredible. So you've been working on Formula X this whole time?
Yes, but unfortunately, this equipment really isn't enough to make a proper cure. I haven't been making much progress. A lot of this is either outdated or barely even functioning. I'm not sure I can make much headway with what I have here.
I guess that explains why Shelby was so reluctant to tell us about the doctor. Seems like with the work you're doing here, it'd be best to keep a low profile.
You're right, and really, I'm not sure what I could even make out of this. They're putting a lot of hopes on me, and I hate letting them down, but there's not a lot I can do here with this equipment. It's very rudimentary. You two must be hungry, right? You guys have been traveling for a while. I got
Yeah,
some
a little
food
bit.
here, so if you guys want some, I can be more than happy to hand you a little bit.
Oh, sure.
Take some cereal?
There's also more in the next room if you guys would ever need some. I have plenty of supplies in here. They made
And
sure to
here.
stock me with whatever I needed.
Well, it seems like you've got a pretty good thing going here, but like I said, Dr. Jin, there's a lot that you don't know, and, well, let's just say you're needed back with our group. We really do need your help.
Well, I am forced to ask, what happened with you guys? How did you find me?
Oh, well,
Well,
it's a long story, actually. Started off with just hearing from Bobby that he had seen you a couple days ago. Up until then, we just assumed that you were dead. So from there, we tracked you down in this camp, and, well, that's pretty much where we're at now. But I guess I should go back a little bit further and fill you in from the prison. And that's it, really. Like I said, you're the only scientist I know who's ever been able to make heads or tails of Ross's formula, and right now it looks like it might be our best bet at making some sort of cure.
The CDC, huh? It have been a while. It's certainly a thought to consider.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you, but without you, I don't know if we're gonna make much progress. The scientists there, they're shorthanded as it is, and even they've told me that they just don't understand the way the compound behaves, and you do. I know it's a lot to
You're
ask,
right.
leaving the group here and all, but we really need your help, Doctor.
You're right. I should probably go back to the CDC. There's more equipment and headway to be made there anyways. It is very limited with what I can do here.
What about your group here? Are you sure they'll be okay with that decision?
Well, they think I'm working on antibiotics or something of that nature, so I don't think they would have too much grief with it. And honestly, if I stayed here, I don't really think I could make much progress anyways. I taught them what I know about first aid, so they should be fine on their own. I'll talk with whoever I can about me departing, getting some extra supplies. For the most part, I should be okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start packing at my lab, get some equipment together, what I can use, and some supplies. Why don't you guys head over to Shelby's camp for the night?
Okay, that'd be great, and thank you again, Dr. Jin. It's just such a relief knowing that you're going to be coming back with us. To be
It's
honest,
good
you not
seeing you
need-
too, Nick.
not need any help with anything around here?
No, I should be okay. You guys worry about resting up first.
besides,
Okay.
Bobby, this is all very delicate equipment. If I know anything about you, Jin, you never did like people poking around with your stuff.
Well, it is all very expensive.
All right,
Especially after the world ended, so I'm gonna get busy. You guys get some rest.
all right. Come on, Bobby.
Shelby, are you sure it's a good idea to leave the doctor alone with those people? Last I heard, they were trying to rob us.
It's fine, Jack. I have it under control. Go back to your post.
I'm just saying, shouldn't at least one of us be in there with them? For protection, of course.
Jack is right, Shelby. Somebody should be there with the doctor at all times. We don't know these people, what they want.
Look, Dr. Jin told me that one of them is from his old group. He told me to stay outside while they talked, and I'm not about to start second-guessing the man who's done so much for us. If Dr. Jin says that they can be trusted, then that's the end of it. Now go back to your post. Just because we have visitors doesn't mean we don't have jobs to do.
Whatever. Just don't say I didn't warn you when something happens to him.
I won't let anything happen to him.
You boys ready to go?
Oh, Dr. Jin. Yeah, I think I'm all packed up. I didn't really leave anything here, and besides, we want to give back most of that stuff that we borrowed with Bobby.
Yeah. Well, they don't need it. Are you ready to go, Jimmy?
Yeah, I packed up most of my beakers, most of my equipment, weapons, ammo. I think we're good
That
to go.
sounds like stuff I don't need to hear about. Well,
Well,
if you guys are
Bobby-
ready to head out.
Do you remember the way to the highway? I mean, it's pretty dark.
Of course I do, Nick. Who do you think I am?
That's true, that's true. I gotta learn to stop doubting you. You do know these woods very well. Well,
Exactly.
I guess it's time to go then. Let's head off. If we get lucky, we should be able to make it by morning.
Yeah. Probably. Let's go.
Jin! Nick! Wait up!
Oh,
Oh,
Shelby.
Shelby.
I'm glad I caught you before you left. Where is it exactly that you all are going?
Well, we're going to the CDC. It's like I told you. might sound hard to believe, but there are people there who think that they can work on a cure, and, well, Dr. Jin's going to be a big help in that, so we need to get him
Yeah,
safely
I can't wait
back
to get
the
back there.
CDC.
Well, I hadn't heard of that before, but it does sound like the best option. But listen, on your way there, there's a lot of groups out there, and they're not particularly trusting of people. But I know a lot of them, and they trust me, and I could, if you let me come with you, I could keep you guys safe.
Well,
Well,
jeez, I don't know about that. Shelby, don't you have people here that you need to take care of? I mean, what about your group?
They don't really need me. I was only passing through. I've been around a lot, and these guys already had a pretty safe holdup before I got here.
I don't know. More guns. It kind of attracts more attention, but
You're right. It would be harder to move with more people, but we'd also get more security and protection from it. Also, if she has connections, that means we might be able to get through some areas without too much trouble. It's good to exploit whatever connections we can use.
You never
Nope.
know what you'll run into out there, and I know a lot of what's out there. And I'm pretty handy with my sword.
I agree with these two. I
Well-
say we take her.
Shelby, I guess you're part of the group now, and besides, we could definitely use the extra help at the CDC, being a man short and all. I mean, that's the whole reason we came to find you, Bobby.
You know,
So,
you know what? You know when you need a man, might as well find a woman. She'll help us out more.
yeah, well,
Yep.
besides, as long as you're not afraid to get your hands dirty, and I'm sure with that sword, you've probably taken out quite a few walkers. It could be useful around the CDC. I'll warn
I'm
you,
always
though,
ready to get my hands dirty.
there's a lot more walkers like in the city. It's not like something I've seen out here.
I won't let you guys down. I'll be sure to be an asset to the team.
All right.
Well,
yeah.
If
let's
we're
head
done
out.
dilly-dallying, let's go.
You're right. We're wasting moonlight. Let's go.